Hey guys, 10 Paw Steph here, and we are not in Thailand today. We're actually in Londonderry, New Hampshire, and we are at my friend Kim Trahan's clinic, ARVS clinic. So Dr. Trahan, why don't you tell us a little bit about your clinic here?
Yeah, I would love to. Thanks for having me on, Stephanie. I am a veterinarian and I own a nonprofit group called Animal Rescue Veterinary Services in Londonderry. And our mission statement is to control pet overpopulation by spaying and neutering animals so that we don't have as many animals ending up unwanted in animal shelters. So we're at my clinic today, and I guess you're going to take a tour in a little bit and show the folks what we're doing here.
Right, so Dr. Trahan, in addition to working with animal shelters, you provide veterinary services for the animal shelters. You also work with the general population. Can you kind of explain how that works a little bit?
Yeah, I'd love to. I started out volunteering time at animal rescue groups at an animal shelter, and it just kind of evolved from there. When we started this program approximately 8 years ago, we worked just with animal shelters and animal rescue, and my thought was we were here to enable the rescue groups to get their animals spayed and neutered before adopting their animals out and saving them money in the process. And then we found there was just a need for reaching out to community pet owners to help them afford to spay and neuter their animals. So both of these programs work together to try to keep unwanted animals from being born. One of my big passions is helping with feral cats. People at home, probably you guys know what feral cats are, but these are cats that are born outside, so they've never been properly socialized and they will never make good pets. So feral cats is a problem that I'm trying to address here.
Great. So for people in New Hampshire, we're kind of lucky here because the government does provide assistance for owners that are low income into getting their animals spayed and neutered. So we have a voucher program here. Would you mind speaking about that?
Yeah, New Hampshire, we're really blessed here. We have one of the first and best voucher programs, as well as the lowest euthanasia rate in our shelters, and it's probably because of these voucher programs. So this program was started in 1995, and it was called the Plan A, Plan B voucher program. And initially the thought was you would have these vouchers for animals that were going to be adopted out of shelters, so you could get your animals spayed and neutered for free if you adopted them. And then Plan B, which is the program that's still in place nowadays, was for low-income people who could prove financial need. They would be able to get an animal spayed and neutered for a $25 co-payment. Nice thing about this program, and one of the unique things about this program, is they included veterinarians in the decision-making process and allow veterinarians to set the price that they're going to expect payment from the state to do the program. The vets are doing it at a discount price, but they're still able to have some control. The other nice thing about it is the public has to prove financial need with a variety of paperwork, which I won't go into. But veterinarians like that because we know that these people are truly needy and that we're not donating services to people who are just looking for a good deal. Great things about this program, I was looking it up last night, Stephanie, and in the first 5 years of the program, the euthanasia rate in the state dropped 75% 5 years into the program. So the idea here is if you don't have unwanted animals being born, you don't have to euthanize as many in the shelter settings. This program, which incidentally, it's funded by people licensing their dogs. So this is totally funded by licensing fee. No taxpayer money is involved in this program. Has saved the state lots of money. There's lots of estimates for how much it saves, but when you think about it, if you get an animal that has to go into a state-sponsored, taxpayer-sponsored shelter, it costs a lot of money to either rehome them, take care of them, or even euthanize them costs a bunch of money. So it's saving the taxpayers lots of money. So it's a very successful program, and I'm very proud of it.
Have you seen it rolled out in other states in the country as well?
Yes, other states do tend to look to New Hampshire as this is how to do it right. And I know a lot of other states have voucher programs. I can't speak to the success or how they run, I don't really know, but I know that this is a growing trend, as is places like Animal Rescue Veterinary Service. Figuring out how to reach out to low-income people and offer them help. There's been several studies out there to show that I know there was a famous one in California, if you look at people and communities that are low income versus communities that have more wealth, the euthanasia rate in the low-income communities is so much higher than the wealthy communities, and that's probably just directly related to the fact that the low-income folks don't have the resources to spay and neuter the animals, therefore you have a surplus of animals. It's not that they don't love them and they don't treat them right, they just need help. So finding a way to help these people makes a huge impact on euthanasia. And I know down south there's a lot of low-income spay neuter programs popping up too, which I think is why everyone's moving towards less euthanasia, no kill, that whole movement, which is awesome that we're getting there.
So I've worked with you, and I know for an American vet, you do a lot of surgeries every day. Most general practice American vets do a handful, and it's a little stressful for them. Do you miss medicine at all?
That's a good question. You know, and I thought I would, because when I got out of vet school, I was not a fan of surgery. In fact, my first few years out of vet school, I just wanted the medicine. I like working with people. So yeah, I had no interest in it. I don't like bleeding and stuff like that. But it's funny because now, no, I don't miss it at all. I work with volunteers, and that's part of the reason we're so successful here is ARVS is almost exclusively volunteer staff. So the people I work with are passionate, like you were when you were my volunteer, passionate about being here, wanting to be here. I get to impart my thoughts on overpopulation to future veterinarians, because I work with a lot of student veterinarians, and I'm making a difference. I do 20 to 30 surgeries a day. My local area now doesn't have enough kittens to meet the demand, so that's awesome. So we're making a difference. So I love what I do. Great.
And you're gonna come out to Thailand to help us do some dog TNR at some point, right?
Maybe go out there and see what you guys are doing with the bunnies.
Okay, bunnies, dogs, bunnies, cats, whatever. So if people are interested in learning more about what you do at Animal Rescue Veterinary Services, volunteering, making a donation, where can they find you online?
Oh yeah, we have a website and we have a Facebook site. Our website is ARVS online, all one word.
And I'll link it down in the description too.
Perfect. .org, ARVSonline.org. You can check us out, and you can also check us out on Facebook.
All right.
So I'm gonna stop there.
Cheers up, Jack.